Sometimes these experiences I'm having happen with ridiculous ease, and then sometimes they don't. I want to know more about this. I want to get some sort of clarity, some sort of closer contact with the energies that are making this possible for us. This is going to be more about the moon here today. I've mentioned before that I see the I guess the sort of alignment of when the experiences happen with the phases of the moon, with the new moon, with the full moon, with my own menstrual cycle. And again, it proved true this morning when today I started my menstrual cycle, and the day was brought in with a morning full of really fun simulations, again, sort of, through lucid dreams, through becoming aware that I was dreaming in a dream repeatedly, time after time after time. I was in a dream here in the house, and I was talking to Mrs. C, my care client, who was supposed to be walking down the hallway and into the living room when all of a sudden, it wasn't Mrs. C, it was my mother. I heard my mother's voice. And the moment I heard my mother's voice, I knew I was dreaming. And, well, you all know that feeling when that happens, or those of you who lucid dream know the feeling. Normally when I lucid dream, the very moment I realize I'm dreaming, I get the vibrations, and the vibrations will travel me somewhere else, into other experiences, into a whole nother dream where I may become lucid again, etc. Today, I was dumped into the same dream 3 times in a row, maybe even 4 times in a row. Same dream. And the difference between what happened today and what has happened in the past is the quickness at which I realized I was dreaming. So in the first dream, I realized I was dreaming when I heard my mother's voice, and she came down the corridor, and I see her in the living room, and I look at her and just joyously squeal at her. I'm dreaming. And the moment I did that, I got the vibrations, and I was traveled into the very same dream. And the moment I arrived, I knew I was dreaming. I was like, wow, the vibrations traveled me into the same dream. And here I am with my mother having another conversation. And I say I'm dreaming and get the vibrations again. Okay, so this happened a few times until my excitement in the dreams and becoming lucid had grown to a degree that the vibrations got to be very strong on the last attempt for something new to happen other than to be dropped into the same dream again. So I won't go in a lot of more detail about that. It is fun when it happens, but more than that, there's a presence there. There's an energy there, a conscious energy that is more awake than me. This is very clear. There is something that the energies are wanting to click in my mind that is not quite clicking in my mind yet. It has to do with my daily waking reality and the similarity perhaps, between what we call our dream state and what we call our waking state. And perhaps there being very little difference at all. I feel they're wanting something along this line to click in my awareness, so that I can be more clear about all of this. But right now it's just too vague. I mean, my yogi mind can, of course, come up with millions of things, but I don't actually know. And so I just want to stay with this and let it come through. Actually, not intelligently somehow figure it out. I want it to actually come through my very being. And so I guess this is why I want to put out this inquiry. If you have any sort of clarity about lucid dreams and the connection between lucid dreams and the moon phases, and are receiving any sort of clarity or guidance about what your lucid dreaming has to do with your daily waking reality, what the connection is, how your guides or your energies are working with you, and if there is a connection between that and your daily waking reality, and something you're supposed to bring through to your daily waking reality, I would love to hear from you. Just one more thing. I normally don't do this. I haven't done it yet. I've tended to want to stay with just relaying exactly what is happening with me in the moment. But today, I'd like to extend a sort of forecast, because I very strongly feel the energy of this coming week already. On the 14th, on January 14th, which I believe, excuse me, I'm warbling, let me save this. Okay, on January 14th is a Mayan portal day. So, a month or so back, a friend sent in a link to Mayan portal days after hearing some of the things I was saying about the energy intensification through November and December. And I've just been peeking at them occasionally to see if they match when I'm getting a very strong experience. So far, they've been right on. And so what I see is on Wednesday, January 14th, a Mayan portal day. On Thursday, and I think I have these days right, January 15th is the new moon. On the day of the full moon, on the day of the new moon, there is also a solar eclipse, and Mercury moves out of retrograde and begins moving forward again. My experience aligns very undeniably with the moon and the moon phases. And there's probably more celestially that I'm not acknowledging at this point, but I'm at least acknowledging the experiences as they come with the cycles of the moon. And these things all together, the energy of this I can feel already. And so I would like to extend to you my feeling that this is going to be a very big week. Take care of yourself, treat yourself well, Make yourself available for the experiences by keeping your system clean, drinking plenty of water, eating well, and meditating. Practice. And as the week continues, if experiences and events do pan out into your days, again, I would love to hear from you.